Hey, how y'all doing out there? I'm back again with another video. Today I want to talk about, are software updates important? Now, I say yes and no, but I'm going to say yes for me. They are important. But to some people, they're not important. All right? So I'm going to try to make this quick as I can. Now, there are three types of updates. For those that, are not familiar with this, you got the latest version of Android that comes directly from Google once a year, which you hear that all the time. And you got the OS updates. Now that's the operating system that comes with the device. That comes directly from the manufacturer, or some people call it a skin. Now, you also now they will usually support their device anywhere between 1 year to 5 years, depending on the manufacturer. Like right now, Apple is the only manufacturer that supports their phones for 5 years. Like they give the longest software updates in the business, which I think Samsung should, and the real big companies, they should definitely support their devices a lot longer than just 1 or 2 years. Now, Samsung finally, after so many years, finally are going to support their devices for 3 years. So kudos to them. But it's embarrassing that it took them this long to do that. And also because Apple, Samsung and Apple were both going at each other for so many years. But Apple has always had the advantage because they support their devices longer. Now, I don't know why Samsung wouldn't do that, but at least they're giving 3 years now. So I'm happy with that. All right. And then you have the security updates. Now they come, it depends on the manufacturer again, either monthly, every other month, or quarterly throughout the year. All right. So you have various ways of going through this whole thing. You got the once a year straight directly from Google. And you got to remember now, Google is the only manufacturer, because remember, they make Android. So when it's going to come to their device first, and then everybody else gets it after that. And it's stock Android. Now, for me, I'm not into stock Android. Stock Android is super boring. I could care less about stock Android. I'm more of a feature customization type of user. I want customization. I want features. That's me. Some people, they like that stock experience where there's hardly anything going on with the device. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with that. To each his own, but that's just not how I roll. Okay. Also, again, you got the OS updates that come directly from your manufacturer to your device. Now, those can be that they can be like they can update the phone whenever they want, depending on the situation. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Like when the S20 Ultra came out earlier in the year, they had this major issue with the auto focusing. Okay, so Samsung kept putting out update after update after update, trying to rectify it. So that's what I mean when I say about the those type of updates directly from your manufacturer. So they can update their software immediately to fix a problem, or to fix bug fixes, or to have it run smoother, and enhance the functionality of the software. Now, to me, that's important because if there's an issue with my device, I want the manufacturer to fix it. And how do they fix it? Through software updates. If you have a device where you're getting no software updates, that's not good, because if something starts going wrong with the device, you can't get it rectified. Now, I know you're wondering why I got these two devices on the table. I have this Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which is my all-time favorite Note, and you got the Oneplus 7T Pro. Both of these devices are great. Both are top tier devices. However, you have the OnePlus 7T Pro that's still going to get two more software updates from the company, plus the Google updates. And you also have over here the Note 9 that'll probably get security updates, but no other software update support from Samsung, which is unfortunate because this phone is so boss. I mean, this was Samsung's best complete Note. Now, I'm not going to say best Note for me now, but most complete Note, because there was no compromises. This phone had everything. Okay, you had the regular fingerprint sensor, which some people like the regular fingerprint sensor better than the optical in display, because that one's kind of iffy. Even though Samsung has put out updates to try to rectify that, as well as the face unlock. See, this is why I'm saying this is why updates are important, because if there's something wrong with the device, they can fix it through an update, okay? But if your phone is not getting no more support, they're not going to be able to fix them issues that you're having. Like, say if the phone has a lot of bugs, or it starts slowing down, or it starts lagging or whatever, they can easily give you an update to rectify it, or they can add more features on the device. All right. So this one had, you had your regular fingerprint sensor, you had your headphone jack, you had your iris sensor, you had the heart rate monitor. You just had, this phone had everything. And, the only thing, like I said, it was missing was an IR blaster and the ultra wide lens on the camera. Other than that, the phone is absolutely amazing. The OnePlus 7T Pro is also an amazing device. Now here you got One UI, which is Samsung's operating system, and with the OnePlus 7T Pro, you have Oxygen OS. Now, a lot of people have said this is the closest to stock Android, other than stock Android, but this is way better than stock Android in my opinion, because it's more customizable and it does offer some features, unlike bone stock vanilla Android, which offers hardly nothing. Now, that's just my opinion, because I don't like stock Android. It's just nothing to it to me. I mean, does it run smooth and fast and all that? That's cool, but most phones today run fast and smooth. So that just bone stock, thing with no features, I'm just not with that, okay? This is way more customizable. It's super fast, smooth, reliable, and I love this software. If I had to choose any software, it would be, of course, One UI first, because it's just loaded with features and I'm a feature guy. Then I would go with Oxygen OS, because it's very customizable, but it's super, super silky smooth and blazing fast. And the battery life on this phone is utterly ridiculous. Literally, I just used this phone again. I didn't charge this phone for 8 days. I used it light to moderate for 8 days. And the battery was still on 10% after 8 days of usage. That's crazy. So I don't know if y'all out there are ever tried OnePlus, but you really should, because this phone is off the chain. It's just awesome. I love this device. Okay. Now, you're not gonna get that kind of battery life out of this phone. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Okay. You get a day, maybe if you're lucky, a day and a half. That's about it. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, when you think about this now, security updates matter too, because you don't want your phone getting hacked, and you want your phone to be secure, because a lot of people, most people do a lot of things on their phone. Now, I know me, I make a lot of bank transactions. I'm on eBay, I'm on Amazon, I'm shelling out money to different things for different reasons. I want to make sure that my phone is secure. Okay? Now, I believe they're going to give the Note 9 another year of security updates. Then after that, it won't even receive that. So that's unfortunate. And I understand the reason why the software updates are not important to some, because with a phone like this, and this is why I put this phone here, they just don't want to give this phone up because of what it offers. They just don't want to let it go. And in their mind, they're saying, well, as long as my phone is running fast and I'm not having no problems with it or anything, I'm keeping it. And there's people that's constantly going out and buying Note 9s, knowing that there's no more software support for the device. And that's unfortunate. I really believe Samsung should have gave this phone at least another update, just one more to 2.5 or 2.5, and then gave it Android 11. It would have been really nice, honestly, because this is probably going to be their most favorite Note. For most consumers, it's going to be the best Note. Now, for me, the Note 10 Plus is a better overall Note, but it's not the most complete. This is the most complete. But unfortunately, no more software updates. And for some people, they don't care. It's like, look, as long as this phone does everything I needed to do, I'm not having any problems with it, I'm keeping it. Either I'm going to go out and buy me one, or I'm going to keep the one I have. I'm not upgrading because I don't like the changes to the newer devices. And that's totally up to you. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't look down on people if they don't want to upgrade their phone. The people don't want to upgrade for various reasons. It could be just because they just love the phone that they have. They don't like the newer phones, or they just can't afford a new phone. Okay, so that's the reason. Now, for me, software updates are definitely important, and I do want to make sure my device stays updated. Now, just to say this really quick, software updates are a way for software developers to fine tune a product to make it the best it can be. They offer small, frequent improvements rather than major changes, unlike software upgrade. Okay, upgrades and updates are a little different. I'll let you know the difference in a minute. All right. Unlike software updates need the existing software program you're using to work. Updates sometimes run automatically in the background. Other times, software updates, commonly referred to as patches, come in the form of free download. They're usually necessary for your product to continue running successfully. So, if you want your product to continue to run successfully and to run smooth, you need it to get updated. All right, that's because software updates address any newfound security issues, fix recently discovered bugs, and add support for drivers and new hardware. They tweak and improve the way the program operates, but they don't fundamentally alter it. Simply put, software updates modify, fix, and alter your current software program on a regular basis. They're the software equivalent of keeping your bicycle oil and oil still have the same bike. It just runs smoother. So at the end of the day, basically, you want your phone to keep running silky smooth with no issues. And if the issue does arise, you want it to be rectified. Just like the Note 20 Ultra with the battery is having a battery issue. So now Samsung is putting out updates to try to improve the battery life on that device. But if you don't get any more software updates, you can't get no improvements to your device whatsoever. Also, when it comes down to new features, like on my Note 10 Plus, now I have wireless decks. I didn't have that before. Also, with my Note 10 Plus, I also was able to get through a software update. I got 4K at 60 frames per second on the front camera. I didn't get that before. Also, I got the Pro Video mode on my Note 10 Plus. I didn't have that before. So certain things they can add with if your phone is getting software updates, still what do you call it, eligible, still eligible to get software updates. You can get enhancements to your device. You can get more stability. It's going to run smoother, and you can get more features. All right. Now, a software upgrade is a bit different. Software upgrade. Instead of building on your existing program, a software upgrade is a new version of the software product entirely. It's a bit like buying a new bike, the same make as your old one, but with a flashy new enhancements already added. And it comes with a host of new functionality that makes it a superior bike to your old one. A software upgrade then supersedes the old product. Upgrades are used for significant changes and major improvements to your current version of the program. It might have an overhaul user interface or existing set of new features or key structural changes. This is more so what you get from Android, well, the major Android update from Google. That's what you're going to get from them. And at the end of the day, let me say this and then I'm done. Software updates are important. Okay, this is why they are important. Now, I know they're not going to be important for everybody, but for me, they are important and for techies and other people. I say mostly for techies, they're more important than the average consumer, because I don't think the average consumer really cares all that much, to be honest with you. But the people that's more into tech, they definitely care about software updates. Now, software updates are important because they often include critical patches to security holes. They can also improve the stability of your software and remove outdated features. All of these updates are aimed at making the user experience better. So at the end of the day, you want to have a great user experience. All right? So software updates are important to me. If they're not important to you, that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with them not being important to you, because you say to yourself, long as my phone is running smooth, fast, I'm not having no issues, the battery life is great, I'm keeping it. Now, I do have older phones that are not supported anymore as far as software, and it definitely shows. They're glitchy, they're slow, they don't run nowhere near as fast and smooth as they used to. And a lot of that has to do with also the processors, because processors get old. That's why they come out with new processors every year. So after so many years, the processor is going to get old, the software is no longer being supported, and the phone is going to start slowing down, and you're going to get lag and all other kind of issues. And then when you start having all these issues, you can't even get it rectified because you can't get any more software updates. So for me, software updates are important, but I understand to some people they don't care. They love their device. They keeping it as long as they're not having no issues with it. They're good with it. So thank you again for just taking the time to, you know, view this content. I do appreciate you. Now somebody asked me in the comments, was asking me what phone they should go with. And I was saying, I think they was thinking about going with the Note 9 or something else. I said, well, the Note 9 is not getting any more software support. And they said, well, I don't think it really matters because, the government spies on you and and everybody, other people, Google collects your information. But it's not really about that. That's not really what the software update is about and what it's for. Okay, what I just said to you, this is why you do want software updates, because it improves the stability of your device and it gives you a great user experience, and that's what you want. Now, in the past, real quick, and I'm sorry, and I was almost done. In the past, software updates have hurt phones. They had made the battery life worse, made them didn't run right, because I remember with the Note 4, when they got upgraded to Lollipop, it killed the battery. Before Lollipop update, I was getting 2 days with heavy usage. I mean, I could not kill this battery in a day, not even a day and a half. 2 full days, heavy usage. That battery was an absolute monster. But as soon as a Lollipop update came up, it destroyed the battery. I mean, I could barely get through a day. And they just could not rectify it. That whatever they did, even because it went up to Google Android or Marshmallow. I can't remember the exact number, but it went to Marshmallow. I think that may have been 6, but I'm not sure. But it went to Marshmallow, which Google was supposed to add in some battery improvements as well as Samsung, but the battery just never got better. Even with me swapping out batteries, putting in new batteries or whatever, it just didn't matter. The battery just drained like crazy. And especially if you're not even using the phone. Like literally, I didn't use the phone for a good half an hour and I lost like 8%. And I didn't even use the phone. So it was just terrible. But they've gotten so much better over the years with software updates, not making the phone run worse or destroying the battery. And then Samsung added all these different apps where you can enhance all your apps to, after a software update to keep your phone from running slow or whatever. So it's much, much better now. I haven't had any issues with my newer devices when I get a major update, making the phone run worse. If anything, it runs a whole lot better. Even like with the Note 10 Plus, the face unlock is definitely a little bit better, and the fingerprint sensor is a little bit better. And also with Samsung getting ready to come out with the One UI 3.0, the fingerprint sensor is supposed to be a little bit bigger than what it is. Okay, they're making improvements to that. So that stuff like that's important. Okay, because I don't know why they made it that small to begin with, but they're making it bigger. And of course, they're gonna make some other enhancements, and they're gonna give us even more features. Now, for people like I said that care about features and all that, you're gonna be looking forward to that, and you're gonna be like, man, I just wish I get it now. Now, sometimes software updates can be slow coming from Samsung. They are getting a little bit better, but they're slow and I understand now, because you got to understand, One UI has so many different features, and it's not stock Android. So Samsung has to find out a way for the latest version of Android from Google to mesh with their software and make it all work together seamlessly. Because if not, you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So it takes time for that thing to come together and merge together where it works seamlessly and smoothly. And also, they shoot out updates different, through the carriers, which like Apple is just one company. So when they shoot out, everybody gets it all at once. But with Android, it's different because Android is everywhere, and you got so many manufacturers all using Android, but they're using their own software skin that goes on top of Android. All right. So I hope I said something to clear everything up. Thank you for taking the time to view this content. Thank you to all my subscribers. I do appreciate you very much. We're well over 500 subscribers now. And I just got to say thank you, and thank you very much for your support. And I hope everybody's keeping safe out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.